When we started the school with the parents, it was really a parent-run school.
The parents who sent children here realized what they were getting and what the children were getting from the education.
They closed the Ursuline school here, and a number of parents opened Our Lady of the Woods Academy as a parent-owned corporation.
The amazing thing was the number of parents who were interested and willing to give up time and money in order to see the Ursuline tradition continue.
It was very difficult in the beginning for a lot of reasons. To begin with, they didn't even have a building. That 2 years was touch and go.
After 2 years of being in make-do kind of space, the space that we're currently in, the school is currently in, became available. The building was in disrepair, and the whole student-parent population came together on a couple of Saturdays, dedicated themselves to a day of activity for the benefit of the school and maybe for the benefit really of their kids.
When I started in '87, it was a small school, like you said. I think we had 150 students.
Our multi-purpose room was multi-purpose. We had lunch,
Basketball
we had
games.
mass, we had our Montessori program was there.
And it was so dark in the halls. And it was
I remember that.
Why is it, can't we brighten this place up? And the principal said, well, I changed them all to 25-watt bulbs because they're cheaper.
We had a small faculty, and we became friends with the faculty amongst ourselves, but also with the parents.
Everybody was very family-oriented.
I loved the camaraderie, and we were welcome to come whenever we wanted to come.
People felt respected and that everybody had the top priority being what was the best for children.
The Woods Academy is today a special place.
People bring their kids here because they see the value and values of what we have to offer.
There's a reputation that the Woods graduates are very well prepared and that they were hardworking and smart and they were assets to the community. I think now increasingly people recognize the Woods name.
I think a lot of kids leave the Woods knowing their strengths, what they're good at, and knowing what to do when it's not your strength, how to work, what it takes to be good at what you do.
Our kids do learn how to think. They learn how to problem solve. They learn how to create. I don't want our kids to have edges. I want our kids to be rounded. There's not just one thing that we have here. There are many things that we have here and that we do so well. Core foundational learning in reading, writing, and math. Daily language instruction with a dynamic world languages program. Our STEAM focus, how the arts is integrated with engineering and math. A computer science curriculum that really brings coding into the classroom at some of the youngest ages. Public speaking, we do a great deal of that throughout the entire curriculum. Entrepreneurship is a big component that we've added. Our students in 5th grade take a business course, creating portfolios of investments for the school. All this with a character that comes from a very strong and focused faith.
Every time I come in this building, there's just something a little different about the feel here. That warmth, the humming, an organization that runs well.
When people come here and they actually come in the building and have a tour, that's where they start to fall in love with the place. The place actually is about community.
You don't want too many people to know about this little gem of a school. The community that's in here is very close and diverse. And I think that's really the secret.
The Woods Academy faculty and staff make this place the special place it is. They care deeply about the kids, and they care deeply about the curriculum that they're delivering. Over 80% of our faculty have advanced degrees. We have 20 people who've given 20 years of service or more.
It's more than a job.
It's more than a job.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Why do people stay more than 20 years or 15, 10, 15 years? Because it is more than a job.
I came back in 1990, and they were looking for just a substitute at the time, and I ended up staying, and I have never left.
When I came here in 1986, I never intended to stay here for 30 years. So you're always learning. You're learning how to learn The children are learning how to learn, and the Montessori teachers are always learning.
That the mindset of the teachers here
Yeah.
has been, you know, is we're an educational institution and I need to learn as well with the children.
Living in this area for many years, I've come in contact with a lot of people who've been part of the woods, went to the woods, and was always impressed by the students and their families, and it's just a wonderful community.
The community is down to earth, it's warm, it's welcoming.
The Woods community is a very tight group of people.
We know as educators that if a child is comfortable, if a child feels loved and supported and challenged, the sky's the limit.
And they feel comfortable enough that they will step out of their comfort, safe zone and try.
Lots of opportunities because the school is small enough to give everybody a chance to do everything.
In that safe environment, kids learn best. It's safe enough to make mistakes or take risks, and parents can be part of that same community.
I wanted a place that was very nurturing, where they can learn to love learning. I wanted, my kids to have a Catholic education, but independent. I just found the right niche for me.
I think people really appreciate that inclusive Catholic community that we are.
A large part of our curriculum is relating to faith, and that's very important to me and my parents.
It's a conscientious community, so there was always a sense of how are you going to give back to others, and I think that that's something that the Woods does a really good job of fostering at a very early age in kids.
It was important to me to run for student council, class representative, and then vice president and president, because the school has just done so much for me. Ultimately, I really just want to give back to the school, help the students, make sure our time is more enjoyable.
The future ahead is very bright. The foundation that's been laid is significant and is powerful.
I think the school has such a vibrant future ahead. We are where we are right now because of the vision that, the leadership had.
We have a vision that we know is going to create students who lead lives of significance. Our kids have this foundation, and there are so many exciting things that I know our kids are going to do. These are the leaders of the future.
From the beginning, there is this common thread all through the history. It's like DNA of the school. That spirit that runs through the whole history is here, and it's alive, and it's just as powerful.
We worked very hard to establish the school, and we were very anxious and having no idea how things were going to turn out, and then to see how well they've turned out.
I'm in awe at the things that the successors have done. The school is thriving. When you can remember those early days and see what you have today, it's just an amazing thing.